Hi, I'm here with Raya. How are you doing, Raya?
I'm doing very good.
So please, why don't you tell us about this resort that we're in right now?
Well, the resort is very, very beautiful and it has some pros and some cons.
Do you know the name of this resort?
Grand Fiesta Americana, no, Grand Fiesta Americana, Coral Beach, Cancun,
In what country is this resort in?
Mexico.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about this resort?
Well, the resort is very, very, very beautiful. So is the food. If you ever come here, I recommend the crepes for breakfast.
What are some of the activities that you did here at this resort?
Well, yesterday there was a fire show. That was really fun, and there's a huge kids club. I made bracelets there. I played dodgeball. It was really fun over there. And something that I don't like about this resort is that they allow I think they don't, because they allow dogs here. Like I know every resort or hotel has to allow a service dog, but not every resort or hotel allows dogs. Because I was walking down a hallway and then I heard a barking sound and I was like, what's that? But then there was no owner in the room or anything. So I said it might have been a dog, not a service dog or anything. So that's one con. The other con is that right now they're having there's a bunch of seaweed in the beach. What is it called again? A phenomenon or something?
Yeah, it's a natural occurring phenomenon.
It's a natural occurring phenomenon that doesn't happen a lot. That doesn't really happen. And Cancun is supposed to have the cleanest water, but right now there's a bunch of seaweed in the water. So we only went to the beach once. It wasn't that great. So we just stick to the pool. But the pool can also get dirty sometimes, because they put palm trees right next to the pool. So the pool's right here, the palm tree's right here, and then the pool's right over here. So then the leaves of the palm trees just fall down. So those are some cons. But I would say the rest of the resort is pretty cool. But the kids club, I like the activities, but it's just not that good, because you have to stick with the crowd. You can't do your own thing, and they don't really they have a pool there, but they don't really tell you on your phone or app or anything. You can't download an app or anything that says, hey, today's pool day, make sure your kids come in their swimsuits and stuff like that. So yeah.
So you think having an app that would highlight the activities at the kids club would make it better?
Yes, because then kids would know what's going on, and they would have a choice to do it or not do it.
To be more prepared.
Yeah, they would be more prepared.
So as far as dining options, what are some of the dining options that you experienced here?
Well, my personal favorite is chicken nuggets. They have the best chicken nuggets ever. And
other than the actual food itself, where can you go eat and how can you get food?
Well, yesterday we went to a Mexican restaurant called
La Jolla.
La Jolla. It was very, very nice. But the mariachi band, it was good, but they were playing a lot.
And it's quite loud.
Yeah, very, very loud, especially the trumpet.
Yeah, it was hard to talk with it going on. It was going on for about an hour or more.
Yeah, hour or more.
So are there any other, do they have room service at this hotel? Have you experienced any room servicing?
Oh, I've experienced lots of room servicing.
Tell us about it.
The room service is very, 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 very great. but it takes a really, really long time to get here, because I ordered chicken nuggets a few days ago and it took 45 minutes. And then I also ordered chicken nuggets at the pool yesterday and it took like 2 hours. And then when the guy finally got there, he didn't even tell us it was there. He just put it on the table. We didn't even know it was there until like 20 minutes in.
Yeah, we had a cabana that was facing the beach, and the table was kind of to the back a little bit, and the server just came and plopped the food down, didn't actually tell us anything, didn't open up the containers like they normally do and explain to us what it is. He just kind of put it down and ran off. And while Ryan and I were just sitting there in our cabana, enjoying the breeze and wondering,
I was just asking every 5 minutes,
are we there yet? Are we there yet?
when will the food get here? When will the food get here?
Yeah. I mean, but all in all, it was good. I ordered the Angus burger. She had some, what did you have?
Chicken nuggets.
Again. Yep, chicken nugget. That was her go-to meal, aside from, I don't know, ice cream. Are there any desserts of it? Well, actually, no, we're not done with the dinners yet. So you did room service, and just for everybody, so that everybody knows, 30 to 45 minutes for room service is not bad at all, especially on a resort this size. It was a good time, but kids time clock is a little bit impatient, but it was a good timing. They're really nice room service staff here.
Especially for my 5-year-old sister. She gets impatient. Rain, you want to come over here?
Also, are there any like dessert options here? What are your favorite dessert options?
I'm so glad you asked.
Tell us about it.
I'm so glad you asked, Zia. So there's ice cream. I prefer Oreo ice cream in a cone with no sprinkles.
How many flavors are there roughly?
About like 10 flavors.
Wow.
And then they have some popsicles too. And over to the not ice cream section where all the pastries and stuff is, there's a lot of options. My daily dessert that I've had at the resort altogether is ice cream and eclair. But Zia always takes a huge bite or pile. So
that's Mama and Papa, for those of you that don't know who Zia and Pyle are.
Yeah.
Or better known as Raya's dad and Raya's mom, as their friends like to call us.
Yeah.
So after dinner, are there any sort of fun things to do, like watch musicians sing old-timey songs that you guys have never heard of?
Mhm.
Tell us about it.
In the lobby, when you go down the stairs, there's like this hangout area, and then they have like a, what do you call it? Like a
hangout area, aka lounge.
Like a small little stage where everybody, where not everybody, that would be crazy, but like where the bands and musicians play, and then you can just watch there and look at them, and then they always come and ask what drinks you want. It's not like a dinner place or anything. It's just like a lounge hangout area where they give you drinks and stuff. So that was really nice. And they have water shows, fire shows, and everything. Yesterday we went to go see a fire show, all the way on that side. We spotted it on our balcony because we were just gonna originally just go to bed, but then we all looked at the balcony, and then Zia spotted fire, and then he said maybe it's a fire show, so then we all went down there, and we actually got front row seats, which is pretty nice because we were there was no front row seats at all, but then three spots opened up. So
you mentioned this fire show a couple times. Would you say this is one of your favorite moments of this trip?
Yes, it is my third favorite. My first favorite was today for breakfast, because today was my goodbye breakfast, because this is our last day here. So I ate a lot of food, and I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I did it because the food was super duper delicious. My second favorite thing was how I got to hang out here with my cousins, and then my third favorite was the fire show, because it turned out really great for us. We were the first ones in line for pictures. So yeah, it was great.
Nice. And then, are there any other cool things that you did while you were here?
We were going to go and see the water show, but unfortunately, it got canceled because of the rain. So we couldn't go see that. I thought it would have been pretty cool. So if you ever get a chance to see the water show, you should do it.
Did you get to do any shopping while you were here?
Yes, I did. The necklace that I'm wearing right now is from a mall that has nobody. There's nobody in it. What's the mall called again?
Like Fiesta, Grand Fiesta Mall or something like that.
Fiesta
Americana.
Yeah, so that was a really great mall. We were the only people in it. It was like drained out. There were barely any people in it. But the shops were like good. They had a bunch of souvenirs. As you can see, I have this necklace on, and then it's like a green necklace. Can they see it?
Yeah, they can see it.
It's like a green necklace. It was from like a waterfall thing.
A cenote.
A cenote.
Yeah.
And then I also got this bracelet. Not this bracelet. You don't pretend you just don't see that. That's for the resort. I also got this bracelet right here. It has 3 evil eyes on it, and it's shaped like a turtle, so that'll give me good luck. But this cost in what's the Mexican dollars again?
That's not important.
Okay. And we also got like headbands, and we got a necklace from my sister. It's a unicorn necklace, and that was pretty nice. And we didn't have to wait in line for anything, like to buy anything, because we were the only people in it. So that was great too. But a bunch of people started going to the mall at night, so that's probably when everybody goes. Because I saw a lot of people going in there, and there were a lot of lights too. It was pretty nice.
So how was your trip out here? How did you get here? Did you come by boat, by train, by car, by automobile, by motorcycle?
I'm so glad you asked. I flew here from a plane. So, we live in Houston, if you guys already knew. We live in Houston.
Shout out to H-Town. Woo woo.
We live in Houston, and it only took us like 2 hours to get here to a different country. So that's like the bright side of it, because it only took us 2 hours to get to another country. So yeah, that was pretty nice. I'm sorry guys. So yeah, I took a plane. Nice plane. You guys should start taking Southwest Airlines.
Shout out to Southwest Airlines, one of the best airlines in the industry, my favorite. It's also like 10 minutes away from our house.
I wouldn't say 10 minutes. I would
15 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic, guys.
Nice. So, what are some things that you would want people to know that maybe you didn't know when you got here and you had to discover for yourself?
That they have American ketchup here, guys.
You like American ketchup?
The best type of ketchup, even though it has a lot of sugar in it.
That's true. That's why American ketchup is so good, is because of all the sugar in there.
So, but when you order from room service, they give you catsup. They give you catsup. It's the Mexican ketchup. They call it catsup. I don't know why. But then when you actually like go to the buffet, they give you American ketchup, which is great. Right?
Very nice. Is there? Let me think. I'm not sure if we didn't do any excursions, but that's because our whole point was relaxing,
Yeah.
enjoying the hotel, the activities here, the pool, some beach. Obviously, the beach. I mean, the beach is not that bad. Let me look. Some areas are not that bad. They've got a cleaning crew that's constantly cleaning.
The seaweed.
But it's not as bad as some of the areas like Playa del Carmen and Tulum. It's been inundated with seaweed, and the beaches are just not. You just cannot go on them. It's just disgusting, and it stinks and all that. So over there, here it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, they're working on it. Actually, they're doing a really, really good job. Like yesterday when we were at our cabana, we looked at it 1 hour later. It was like halfway through, and it was like really great. They're amazing workers.
So how big is this resort?
Well, it's pretty big. It's kind of like in a weird shape though. It's not like
It's like a W shape, not a U shape. It's like one U, another U, so it'd be a W.
yeah, W. Yeah.
So how long does it take for you to get from one end of the resort to the other?
I would say maybe like 10 minutes.
That's about that's accurate. Seems about right.
It's huge, and it's like as Zia says, W shape.
W shape. Let's see if we can get our special chief guest here, Reina, to come say a few words. Reina, would you like to come speak? You don't want to talk about the resort? But you had said you wanted to be a part of this.
It's fine. Let's just
Okay.
stick
So,
to the group here.
did you have any other topics you'd like to discuss, or did you want to end the podcast at this point?
I would want to talk a little bit more. I'm just going to go faster because I know you guys are probably getting tired.
Okay, continue. Tell us.
So they have a bunch of different types of rooms. They have there's like a bunch of them that have huge balconies. My cousin
Wraparound balconies.
Yeah, it was in the VIP offer. So we have the junior suite. I've actually never stayed in a regular room before. I've always stayed in suites. So I thought a junior suite was just a regular room because I've always stayed in junior suites. So
Yeah, so every time we've traveled, we've tried to get a junior suite because it would have a couch or an extra bed, or sometimes you have a bedroom, then a living room. Couch turns into a bed. So with 2 kids and 2 adults, it just seems like the easier fit is to easier way to go with a junior suite, so we don't have to get 2 separate rooms with a connecting door and all that. Although that's also convenient, but not all resorts offer that.
yeah, because it would be nice to have 2 connecting rooms with a door, but sometimes it's just too much work and then it's hard to get one. So yeah, but the sad part about this trip was that my grandparents came to, Rita Patel and Dilip Patel. They also came.
That was sad. Why is that sad?
It's not sad that they came. It's just like that they were on the 8th floor and we're on the 10th floor, so we couldn't get like rooms closer to each other.
That's true.
So every time we go to breakfast, we have to like go down to them, pick them up, and then go to breakfast.
Or they would meet us in the lobby, and then we'd go continue from there.
But that was just
Would you say that was a huge deal breaker or just a minor inconvenience?
minor inconvenience.
What else do you have on your mind?
Well, right. The TVs, they're always in Spanish, but there's a way to change it, which is a bright side, you know?
So you're telling me that in Mexico, all the TVs are in Spanish, which is their primary language spoken here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that would be equivalent to somebody from Mexico coming to America and saying that all the TVs there are in English and their primary language is Spanish while our language in America is English?
Yes.
Okay. I think we've gotten to the bottom of that.
we
So you're telling me you're in another country and they're speaking another language?
Yeah, that's the downside of it.
And that's
But
the downside.
But the bright side is that you can change the language to English.
Very nice.
I know. It is very nice.
So today is your last day. We're about to head out, and I guess what's the biggest thing that you're gonna what's the thing you're gonna miss the most
The
from
food.
what's the thing you're gonna miss the most?
The food. The best part of the resort is the food.
Probably the desserts. You were allowed to have a dessert or two every single day while you were here, but when we're in America, you have dessert maybe like once a week.
Once a month, Papa.
It's like
once a month, Zia.
Come on.
Let's be real.
Well-
or once 2 weeks.
Well, guys, for those of you, PSA, sugar is a silent killer, and we try to limit the sugar intake of our children because we want what's best for them. So when we're home, not on vacation, it is about once a week they get sweets, and even then, it's not an entire candy bar. It is like one square of a Hershey bar or a couple of Hershey's Kisses, that size.
One Hershey Kiss.
Yeah, or one Ferrero Rocher, that kind of thing. So it's not like a whole bunch of desserts. They get one scoop of ice cream, not a gigantic bowl with three scoops and a banana and all that.
Soups.
Soups and scoops. Soups and scoops. That's going to be the new restaurant we're going to open up. Soups and scoops. It's the
Yeah.
ice cream and soups.
Yep. It'll be so famous, and we'll open it in New York City.
In New York City. All right. Well, let's go ahead and sign off. My name is Zia Huck, and this is...
Raya, Zia.
And this is my newest travel advisor. She is the anchor of our news show. And I'm going to go ahead and...
The show will be called Raya and Zia. Raya and Zia's and maybe the rest of the family's podcast.
We're going to come up with a name.
Yeah, that name.
We'll come up with a
sounds
name.
wrong, but
Yeah.
I want to drop the mic. Can I drop the mic? Please.
All right. Well, Raya wants to break my mic, so let's see how that goes.
What? I'm not going to break it. I'm just going to
No, you have to do it, hold it in the screen so you can see it, and then you say mic drop.
mic drop. You actually broke it.